Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen today, the World's 2021 Pick'ems are now live. Now that play-ins are over, now that we are past that entire fiesta that obviously Riot doesn't support. Obviously, it wasn't part of the 2021 World Pick'ems. Now we can actually get to the fun stuff, the main event, which starts Monday, October 11th, I believe it is. I'm so excited, guys. I tweeted about it and said, every single group pretty much is so insanely stacked this year. This is looking to be potentially the best Worlds ever. Just looking at the games on Monday, the very worst game is probably T1 against Detonation Focus Me, but even that is like kind of interesting. That's not as boring as some of the games in Worlds groups we've seen before. And other than that, there's like 7 games that I'm dying to see, that I'm so excited for. I think this Worlds is going to be awesome, but it also makes the Pick'ems extra difficult, extra hard, because every group is so close, so crazy. But we're going to be trying this today. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really even thought about what my predictions or anything are going to be, so I'm going to be kind of making it up as I go and making a video out of it. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Consider checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/IamGerm. And go fill out your World Pick'ems today, right now. You have like a little bit more than 24 hours to get this done. It's crazy that play-ins end Saturday and then Pick'ems end Monday. You got like just a little bit of time to get this done, but here we go. So Group A, this group is crazy to me because FPX really threw everything into a loop by not winning the LPL. These are 2 of the tournament favorites in Damwon Kia and FunPlus Phoenix, what I consider to be the best Korean team and the best Chinese team. Obviously EDG, RNG, you know, they're kind of there, but I think Damwon Kia and FunPlus Phoenix are the 2 best Korean and Chinese teams, and they're in the same group. So that's crazy. That means one of them is going to be a 2 seed in the knockout stage, so some 1 seed is going to get very unlucky, and also yeah, one of them is going to have a harder road to like the finals if they're even able to match up. But yeah, things are going to be crazy. This group is stacked. Cloud9 and Rogue, 2 very good teams. Obviously, Rogue made it to the spring finals. Cloud9 won the spring finals, and all these teams are in a group. This group is insanely stacked. But at the bottom, I'm going to have to go with Cloud9. I could see you making a case for Cloud9 as 3rd. If you have the most NA Hopium in the world, I could see you making a case for Cloud9 2nd, but I do not see it happening. This Cloud9 team is coming off losses in the play-ins to Unicorns of Love and Detonation Focus Me. Obviously, they beat Detonation Focus Me, and they bounced back with a big 3-0 of Peace, you know, the Osh team, which I'm not very impressed by. You know, I'm glad they got it done through. I'm glad they didn't drop any games, but Cloud9 definitely looks like they have a lot of holes. It definitely doesn't look like Perks is ready to dominate, you know, Showmaker and Doinby and Larson. Cloud9's good. They have a lot of talent, but for whatever reason, this team just can't put it all together. They even lost a Blabber Olaf game, so I don't know. I'm not seeing it. Now, Rogue, I am going to be putting them at 3rd, but again, this team I could see finishing 4th. They ended the LEC playoffs so bad, but this team is pretty good in best of ones, and I expect them to be able to beat Cloud9. I think overall, Cloud9 and Rogue each has probably similar potential to steal a game off Damwon Kia or FunPlus Phoenix, which I don't consider very high, but in best of ones, anything could happen. I could see either one of these teams taking, you know, maybe a single game off one of the top 2, but I don't really expect that. I think in the head-to-head, Rogue should be able to handle Cloud9. I have them finishing 3rd. Finally, I have Damwon Kia in 2nd and FunPlus Phoenix in 1st. I have FPX as my favorite to win the entire tournament, so I have to have them win in their group, obviously, which means Damwon Kia in 2nd, but this group is going to be fun. All of these games are going to be good. There's not a single bad game in this group. Like, what, Rogue Cloud9 is the worst game? I'm down for that. This group's going to be fun. Next up, we have Group B. This one is kind of interesting. We have EDG, T1, Detonation Focus Me, and 100 Thieves. Now, I think Detonation Focus Me is obviously good. You know, they beat Cloud9. They ended up winning that group. They're the first Japanese team to ever make it to the group stages, I do believe. But I kind of expect them to, you know, not have a crazy deep run here. I do kind of expect them to be last place in this group because I think the other 3 teams are really good. I think 100 Thieves is honestly a decent team. Obviously, EDG is the 1st seed coming out of the LPL, and T1, I believe, is the 3 seed from Korea. So this group is going to be another interesting one. Again, Detonation Focus Me, you know, probably the what people would say maybe the worst team in the entire main stage, but still, I think they're going to have some good matchups here. I'm hoping 100 Thieves will be able to take some games off of them. As far as this group, super excited to see Faker, super excited to see Faker Dage, you know, all this stuff. I think 100 Thieves is a good team. I think they have some potential to pull off some upsets, but they also have a lot of people who don't have a ton of Worlds experience. Will Closer be able to keep his playoff form into Worlds? I don't know. How is FBI going to do? How's Huhi going to do? How's Abadage going to do? I don't know. And I mean, you're really betting against T1, EDG. It's so hard. This is another tough group. With 4 Chinese, 4 Korean teams, none of these groups are going to be easy, especially for NA and EU. But this one, I do have 100 Thieves in third. I'm hoping they can go like 3-3, maybe get a tiebreak or something like that. I have EDG finishing first, and I have T1 second. I think T1 has a lot of holes. I think they have a lot of flaws. I think they were a big step down from Damwon Kia, and I think they're beatable. I could see 100 Thieves having some interesting games with T1. I could see them keeping it close. T1 has had a pretty up and down year. They ended the year pretty strong in the summer, but things have been crazy for them. But I'm not going to pick 100 Thieves to make it out over T1, over Faker. That's just difficult. I really want to. I wish I could. I would love it if they do, and I'm definitely rooting for 100 Thieves because I think they probably have the best chance out of any NA team. I don't know, maybe Team Liquid, but this group is not easy. Now, maybe EDG chokes. Maybe they drop the ball. It could happen. Again, it's best of ones. Just because they won the LPL title doesn't mean anything. T1, they could drop the ball as well, but it's unlikely. It's not necessarily going to be my pick. This is what we're going with here. Group C, this group is kind of interesting to me. PSG Talon being the number 1 overall seed really throws things through a loop. Also, Hanwha Life, a lot of people are very, very critical of them right now. Things aren't necessarily growing great. And then we have Fnatic and RNG. Now at the bottom, I'm actually going to be putting PSG Talon. This is a team who, coming into Worlds, I was like, hey, this team, I think they're pretty good. They did pretty well at MSI. Now they have unified as AD carry. But now that I've seen Beyond Gaming play, this team split 10 games with Beyond Gaming, 5-5 in the playoffs. And I just saw how not very good and not very impressive Beyond Gaming was. Obviously, things took a turn for the worse with their whole gambling scandal and all that, and it kind of ruined things for them. But this team was not all that impressive. And if they weren't, significantly and convincingly beating Beyond Gaming, I don't really think they have a chance against these teams in this group. I am going to be putting Hanwha Life at third. I think they had a lot of flaws and didn't really impress me that much in the play-ins either. Obviously, Chovy and Friends is kind of the name of the game here. But I am going to be putting Fnatic second and RNG first. Fnatic had a very, very strong closeout to the season. They're so weird to me because they beat G2, they beat all these teams, but they almost lost to Misfits. They almost lost to Vitality. So it's hard to rate Fnatic. Fnatic kind of plays the level of their competition, but they just got to be better than Hanwha Life and PSG Talent. I think that is possible to do. I think RNG is going to go 6-0 in this group. I think they're going to run everybody over. But I think Fnatic could sneak in with that 2 seed, which would be really, really cool to see. And I'm definitely hoping for, as many Western teams in there as we can get. Now, Group D is so interesting. All of these teams, in my opinion, are good, but they all have flaws as well. LNG looked really, really good in the play-ins. They are coming in hot. They are coming in looking very, very good. Gen G, they're the 2 seed from Korea, but they ended up, not even making it to the finals in the Korean summer split. It kind of depends how good you think Korea is overall. Then we have Team Liquid and Mad Lions, who, I've been saying all year, I think Team Liquid's the best North American team. Mad Lions obviously won both the championships in the LEC. This one is really, really weird to me, and this is where I'm going to have to pick a little craziness. We're going to have to get a little wild because as an NA fan, I need somebody to root for. I need somebody to hope for. I need something to hang on to. So in this group, I am taking Gen G to place 4th. I know they're one of the most historic teams in Korea. They always find a way to make it out of groups. They have a ton of experience. They always do really, really well there. But I think Korea, I'm not as high on them as a lot of people are right now, I don't think. I think Damwon Kia, awesome team. I really see them making it all the way to the finals. I think the finals is going to be FPX and DK. T1, I think is, a step down from them. But then, really, in Summer Split, Gen G, to me, was even a step down from T1. Not that I think they're a bad team, but I just think this is a really, really good group. I think all these teams are good. I do expect LNG to be the 3 seed. I'm taking Team Liquid as the 2 because I do think that they are the most talented, and at their best, at their peak, I think they can be the best North American team. They finally have their full roster. They have a healthy Santorin, Alfari that's not suspended or anything like that. They have Core JJ, Tactical, Jensen. These guys have been so close in the past. Team Liquid always finishes 3-3 and loses a tiebreaker, but this year, I think they can do a 4-2. I think they can pull it off. Yes, this group is crazy, but if Team Liquid shows up, I really believe in them. And then Mad Lions, they are a team who's been good in best of 5 throughout the whole year, but in best of ones, they drop some games here and there. They have some weird moments. They're definitely a better BO5 team than BO1 team, so things could get crazy. But I do think Mad Lions is the best team overall in this group, so it's hard for me to pick against them. But I am going to pick a North American team to get out. I am going to be rocking with Mad Lions and TL in this Group D, but I could see any team finishing first and any team finishing last in this group. I think these teams are all really, really close. It's going to come down to the small mistakes, the drafts, the surprises, what you can pull out, maybe some best of one cheese, but this is what I'm going with. This is it, the perfect 2021 Worlds Pick'em. As far as groups go, things are going to change into the knockout stage, obviously, but this is what I'm rocking with my picks. And I'm rooting really, really hard for NA. I'm rooting really, really hard for EU. I'm hoping as many of our teams win games and get out as possible. But either way, I'm so excited. I really think this is going to be the best Worlds ever. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your guys' big, bold predictions are, who you're picking, who you got. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to save today and all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then,